Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, dear friends, dear viewers. World Rapid Chess Championship has ended. Uh, I will take you to the last four rounds of World Rapid Chess Championship. We will try to find together some unexpected, surprising results. And of course, we will check the standings. Uh, and let's go. So round 10, we do have very important game, and this one as well we should check. Sindarov Nepomnishi. Okay, let's start slowly. We will understand. Murzin Volodar has won with the white pieces against Duda. Well, Duda decided to play something very aggressive. Yes, London. H6, bishop g3. Does engine like bishop g3? Short castle and h4 moves are also possible. I very much recommend you Tigran Petrosyan against Alexander Grishuk game. It was very similar to this position, just reversed uh, colors. Bishop g3, knight e4, knight c6, knight g3, g4, rook b8, queen e2, and now c takes f6, bishop c2, rook b2, bishop h7, e5, takes, long castle, rook e8, rook h5, rook d4. Yes, Duda doesn't have any problems. And queen g6, for example, rook f5, rook f4. Very complicated endgame, I would say. e4, very nice move. And slowly Murzin outplays Duda. Murzin has less than 1 minute. Duda has only 15 seconds. And now this is already very unpleasant endgame. King g7 would have been the best. And now just rook e2 takes e4, rook e4 f takes c, and e5. Oh yeah, rook e5 takes b4. I guess if rook takes c6, rook e4 is coming. Yes, it is already winning, and g4, mistake, before would have been better. And now after rook d2, king d2, f5, black is already slightly preferable. And f5 goes, and f takes g, king d3. And here just king d8, f8. And of course, a breach. Wow. Interesting game. Of course, few mistakes and some blunders and a lot of inaccuracies. See how Alexander Grishuk did manage to win against Arjun. The white pieces, some f4, h3, 92, 94, 93. Yes, recently, if I'm not mistaken, Alexander Grishuk won a match against Arjun Erigaisi. And probably by losing this game, Arjun also lost all his chances to win the championship and also to qualify to candidates. Yes, I should say that as I know, it is already obvious that Fabiano Caruana is the first player who qualified for the 2026 candidates tournament. Again, Fabiano qualifies very first. Okay, not much is really happening. White is slightly better, and rook b2, very nice move with the ideas to bring the rook to f2. Queen h5, bishop b4, takes, and now white is much better. Now white is winning. b6, bishop d6, bishop d5, maybe. Yes, completely winning position, but Arjun tries to get his hopes. And bishop f5, huge blunder. And Arjun is not lost already. And a2, nice e2 would have been better. And here Arjun resigned. Check Abdusadorov, Lazavik, Yesipenko, Mamedyarov, Sevian Dominguez, Kiri Narodzitsky, Robson Caruana, Deak Vei, Antipa Paronian. Bluebaum lost against Alireza, and here, yes, Brandon Jacobson won with the white pieces against Hikaru, and he started the game. Should be 4, knight d5, takes, c3. Of course, black doesn't have any problems, and maybe now white is very slightly preferable, but I don't think. And here f5, b5, engine doesn't like this, bishop a2, and now white is better. Probably white is threatening some b4, after queen d2, and now b4, and now white is already much better. Preparing some c4, rook ac1 would have been better. And now c4, and now bishop takes, knight c7, knight c3. And again, black is fine. Rook c1, rook c1, rook c8, 5, knight c3, rook c1, queen c1, rook c8. Yes, knight a4. Otherwise, bishop d8, queen f2, very nice move. Takes, and this is already completely lost. Preparing some bishop b6, and even bishop a7, and b6, and b7. Queen c2, What are we threatening? Why not king h1, queen a7, king h1, bishop c7, queen c2, threatening queen c7. Yeah, this part of the game, Brandon Jacobson played quite well. King e7, rook b7, a takes b, queen b7 would have been better, but after queen c7, white is completely winning. And Hikaru resigned. Yuyangi won against Bu, Prag won against Sadvani, Dubov won against Muradli, So drew against Volokitin, Darda won against Jeffrey, Lomasov Bortnik won, Aravind Cheparinov, Lushan Pranav, Anton Vierre, Gelfan Jumabayev, Teodorov won against Mayer, Grigorian won against Shankland won against Isan Zhulov, Haik Martirosyan won against Vahidov, Shan Sargsyan drew against Khan Isik, Le Kwang won against Rakhmanov, Jordan Van Forest won against Aritarian, Ivanchuk won against Suleiman Lee. Yes, some of the games are interesting to check. Yes, this one just to let you know that earlier I had exactly this position against Andrei Yesipenko, and Andrei went rook d1, queen e7, queen d3. Maybe he anyway wanted to play the same idea and mixed up the move order and played queen d3 and queen h4. Very good move, and bishop c5. Yes, 95 short castle, knight c7, bishop e4. Players agreed in a draw. Yes, let's just see. Ivanchuk, Suleiman Lee, Van Forest. A4. Not rook e1, A4, and knight A3, and knight takes C4. Okay, C5, bishop D5. Bishop F5, queen E7, D takes here, rook FD8. Yes, bishop A4. He just forgot. Knight H6 is probably coming. And here he just resigned. Lekwan Rakhmanov. Let's see how was it interesting? Maybe very long game. Not really. Haik Martirosyan won against Vakhidov. Bishop b5. Takes. Yes, Vakhidov plays this line a lot. Takes, knight h6. f5. Bishop h6. a5, e6 would have been better. c takes, bishop d2, what is already much better. Rook c4, b takes a. Yes, I just couldn't stop myself to check because I know both the players, very good grandmasters, very strong players, and it's just interesting. Otherwise, I don't see anything unexpected that Haik Martirosyan won. with the white pieces. He's the favorite of this game. Takes a3. Improving the king. Moving the knight away. Collecting the pawn. Another pawn. Yes. Yes, Teodoro won against Mayer, but earlier we also saw that Teodoro won against much higher rated players. Yes, Darda won against Jeffrey, but earlier he also almost won against Magnus. Okay, let's move to 11th round and see what are we. We are having Murzin Grishuk game ended in a draw. Jan drew against Yu Yangi. Alireza against Dubov. Yes, let's just see which opening did they play. Arjun won against Nodirbek. Of course, this game we should check. Duda Yesipenko game ended in a draw. Mamedyarov Sevian game ended in a draw. Dominguez won against Brandon Jacobson. Narodzitsky lost against Prague. And Lazavik Giri game ended in a draw. Caruana drew against Deak Bogdan. Karen Grigorian won against Vei. Levon Aronian drew against Sam Shankland. And then we see Theodoros Sindarov draw. We see Robson Martirosyan draw. Portnik Antipov, Portnik won. Nakamura won against Darda. Shant Sargisyan Lisov. Sadvani lost against Le Quang. We see that Van Forest Jordan won against Shimanov. Bu drew against Ivanchuk. Cheparino won against Khan. Volokitin won against Lu Shanlei. Aravind Anton draw. Rarbeli Gelfand draw. Vera won against Zaven Andresian. Jumabayev lost against Niemann. Pranav Safarli draw. Muradli Blubaum. Muradli won. And MVL won against Zemlyansky. And Jeffrey won against Moroni. There's not much was really happening. Yes. Arjun won against Abdul on bishop e2, bishop g5. Yes, b5 is possible move. Yes, knight a6, knight d2, knight c7, short castle, rook e8, queen c2, b6, rook e1, rook b8, a4, threatening b5, stopping b5, knight a6 back, a6 would have been stronger, and now knight a2. Well, never seen this idea of going knight a2, knight g4, takes, f3, white is anyway better. Knight b4 would have been better, queen d2, and e5. A takes b is also possible, and now knight e4, and now knight d6, bishop takes c5, f5 would have been better. And completely winning position after some moves. Arjun won the game. Yes, and let's Karen Grigorian won against VE with the black pieces. I see Najdorf, bishop g5, queen f3, a4, bishop e2, Yes, short castle would have been better. Knight c5, and here bishop f6, knight b5 works. f3, and now black doesn't have much problems. Black is fine. Yes, d5, black is already slightly preferable, of course not much. And again, white doesn't have problems, and even white is slightly better. And now bishop f7 tactical idea, or rook f7, knight g5, I guess, which they did not see. So queen h5, g6, queen h6, f5. And again, knight g5 takes, white doesn't have any problems. Knight f2, knight is heading to d3. Queen d2, f4, rook e4, very classy move. Yes, white doesn't have problems, and slowly Karen Grigoryan is outplaying his much higher rated opponent. Position remains very complicated. Bishop b4, bishop d2, rook e7, and now black is slightly better, and now black is winning. e2, bishop e2, which move? h5, knight d6, knight g5, knight d6, and h3, bishop c8, f5, queen g takes f, and the game position remains around equal. Players are having less than 35 seconds. And now black is slightly better. Bishop f1, huge inaccuracy or mistake. And now black is winning, but again, white is getting chances. And again, evaluation is around equal. White is better even. Rook a1. As I don't know. I'm not sure which move exactly Wei. And even here, a8 takes, e1, rook a4, rook f4. And this is already winning. King f2, rook e7. Okay, let's move to 12th round. Yes, we do see Grishuk, Jan Nepomniachtchi game ended in a draw. We see Pragg lost against Murzin. Yes, just I want to say that Pragg was much better, and we can see it was something like almost +1 for Pragg, and yes, more than +1, and +2, +4, for example, rook fb1, f5, bishop d2, bishop a5. Yes, +5, +6. Of course, when in an ultimate round you are winning against Pragg in a position with the evaluation +6, you definitely deserve winning the tournament. And here, this is already completely winning. King f1 and bishop e1, and the rest Murzin managed to do. Lereza won against Yesipenko with black pieces. Yes, and Dubov Duda game ended in a draw. Karen Grigoryan won against Mamedyarov. Let's see. Yes, b3, bishop b2, short castle, d4, a4 stopping b5, knight bd2, queen e2, c4, c takes d, bishop d4, nice, bishop c5, bishop takes e5. Rook c1. Maybe black is slightly preferable. Knight f4. Yes, let's see. Just h6 or rook c8. Yes, Karen is trying to control, protect pawn on e5, but knight h4. And how did he manage to outplay Mamedyarov in this almost lost position? Queen e7, queen h4 was played, and now f5. Karen is getting his chances, and he's going to exploit them. Wow. Knight f5, queen g5, queen h6. Yes, here king f8 game most likely will end in a draw. And this, and just d7, and d8, and this is winning. This is winning, and Mamedyarov resigned. Giri game ended in a draw. Sevian won against Bortnik. Lazovic lost against Fabi. This game, if you don't mind, I will check. Of course, no doubts, Fabi was favorite of this game, but let's see. H3, bishop b3, knight f5, and d4. a5, c6, takes, bishop f4, bishop f6, knight c5. Yes, black doesn't have much problems. Queen e7, inaccuracy. And now this is slightly preferable for white. Knight e7, rook e7, rook fd8, knight e5, yes, rook c8, rook a c8, this takes king g2, it takes b, and this is very unpleasant position, rook c8 and d6, this is lost. Take rook c8, rook d1, and b5, and b takes c, and rook d7, and bishop b3, and this is completely winning. Denis Lazovic resigned. This is very interesting line. It's queen d7, short castle knight d8, so this bishop d8, and you take, you go knight d7, and you jump with the knight, and c6 is possible move. e4 is very interesting, of course. Yes, knight h4, bishop f6, it's rook e8 or b5 even, but not queen e7. Niemann Aronian draw, Deak Nakamura draw, Abdusattorov won against Sam Shankland. Haik Martirosyan drew with the black pieces against Les. Sindarov won against Volokitin. Van Forest Teodoro draw. Guerra lost against Robson. Jacobson won against Cheparinov. Narodzitsky lost against Muradli. Yes, Narodzitsky started collapsing after having first 2 days impressive results. MVL drew against Bu, and Bog lost against VE. Sovesley drew against Antipov. Jeffrey won against Alan. Ivanchuk drew against Daniel Darda. Salam won against Paravian. Anton drew against Vasiv. Gelfand drew against Ravind. Rana won against Mayer. Safarli won against Chasin. Shan Sargisian drew against Ansat. Oparin drew against Aram Hakopian. And we do have final round, 13th round. And we see that Murzin drew against Karen Grigorian, Dominguez against Grishuk. They didn't even play. Nepomniachtchi managed to win against Sevian. Yes, it was up to this point. Even King G8. Somehow King E7 is not good because of G4. Oh no, some E5 ideas are coming, and E4. And then check bishop f8, and then takes, and g7 pawn also falls. Yes, throughout the game, white had some slight advantage. Of course, not much. Alireza Erigaisi game ended in a draw. Giri Caruana draw. Dubov won against Nodirbek Abdusatorov because it was just in this very complicated position, b6, g5. Yes, it was b5 and knight e3, and then c5, d5. And Dubov managed to win, but of course later on here, Nodirbek had good chances if he would push f4. Duda lost against Sindarov. Robson Yuyangi game ended in a draw. Murad Prague game ended in a draw. Wei won against Brandon Jacobson. Aronian Yesipenko draw. Nakamura Niman Hikaru lost. Martirosyan Jeffrey draw. Mamediarov won against Safarli. Teodoru Lequang. Razavik Van Forest draw. Salem won against Deak. Pranov lost against Bortnik. Sadvani lost against MVL. Shimanov won against Wesley So. Ivanchuk lost against Antipov. Chaparinov lost against Durar Beli. Narodzitsky draw. Volokitin lost against Anton Giharo. Rachmanov lost against Gelfand. And Schenkland lost against Biere. Garda Blubaum draw. Aravind won against Akopian. Shan Sargsyan won against Nesterov, and Ansat Aldiyar lost against Parin. Let's see the final results. We do have Murzin, Grishuk, Nepomniachtchi. Murzin scored 10 points, Grishuk and Nepomniachtchi 9.5 points out of 13. And then we have some players sharing fourth, ninth places. Dominguez, Erigaisi, Sindarov, Alireza, Dubov, Karen Grigorian, and then we have about maybe 10 players sharing 10th, 21st places. Sam Sevian, Anish Giri, Muradli, Yuyangi, Mamedyarov, Caruana, Robson, Prague, Bortnik, Veyi, Niman, Salem. Yes. And then yes, a lot of players scored 8 points. Yes, very big congrats to the winners. Let's also see the final standings for women's, and they had 11 rounds, and we see that Conero, she scored 8.5 points, and then big tie, Juvenjun, Lagno, Tan, Dronavali, Harika, Kostenyuk, and Hamdamova, Afruza. Yes, of course, a huge achievement for Afruza, but previously she won all the each category tournaments. Yes. Once again, big congrats to the winners. Thank you very much, dear friends, for being with me watching these recaps. Hope you liked them. Thank you very much.